Okay, so now we are going to start CCNA second lesson, second module you can say, that is your Cisco router basic commands. So these are the modules what we will cover. Okay, now I have already given you example of this, that a router connectivity process. Okay, that it will connect to console port. This is your console port, and from console port you will find RJ45 and you connect it here, and this cable is known as rollover cable, and here you will find this port which is your DB9 port. Okay, or you can find some converter also if you do not have DB9 port, and this is your computer. So normally how it look like, see, this is your router connected to switch, PCs, and see, these are communication PCs, but this is configuration PCs. So you connect via console and configure, then these computers will able to communicate with the router, and router can forward the packets to another network. And here, see, this is the device connected to your laptop, but routers do not have a screen. He has operating system, but he do not have a screen, right?
You can't see the...
Yes. Okay, so you remember operating system has two type of version. One is CLI version and one is GUI version.
Yeah.
Yes.
CLI,
okay.
yeah.
Yes. So router is CLI, not GUI. So if
CLI.
yeah, if router is CLI. Okay. So but I want to access that in my system, so I can configure it. I can configure CLI, but I can access it. So whenever you want to access this router, okay, to a graphical, not graphical, to in a screen, okay, so there is one software. See, this cable is connected, right? But synchronizing these device to this laptop, there are some software which is helping you to connect. Okay, so there are some hyper terminal, putty, who give you the screen to configure the router. Okay, Secure CRT, Teraterm, and Super Putty, these are the applications. Okay, have you seen putty?
Teraterm.
Okay, you have seen
He used one of this for site to me when the engineer came from Ghana.
Teraterm.
Using Teraterm to send a command to the machine.
Yes.
With a serial connection.
Yes. So here we will be using Secure CRT. Okay, same thing, any device you can use, any software just to access, but command is same, you cannot change the command. Okay, so how this Secure CRT will look like? Okay, so router and switch has some modes. Okay, you know, like when I went to your office, you know, in your office I want to communicate to you. So first is the reception, then reception you have some kind of you know, your department, then after that I can meet you. So here also in the router, whenever you want to configure the router, right, so there are some modes. So first mode is known as user mode, second one is known as privilege mode, and third one is known as global configuration mode. So user mode is used for login purpose, and privilege mode is used to enable the router and execute some monitoring command, and global configuration is used to manage and configure the router. And how it look like, see, this is the user mode, this is the privilege mode, and this is the global configuration mode, or global mode you can say. Now suppose I am on user mode, right, and I wanted to come to configuration mode. Can I directly jump here? No. So you have to come by process, and maybe I am here. Can I directly go to user mode? No. Again, yeah, exit like that, then I can come here, right? So this is your user mode. Okay, and in user mode you can run basic limited commands like, you know, ping, show, enable, trace route, okay, and some other, okay, it's etc, etc. Okay, now then you have a privilege mode. In privilege mode you can all user execute command, means all monitoring commands, some debug command to monitor the routers and the router functions, restart the router, and configure some basic settings, okay, related to like date and time kind of thing. Okay, and some other commands. We'll see all this. I cannot put it here because maybe they can. Yes. Now after that you can have these router config means configuration mode. Okay, global configuration mode. And after you have that sub configuration mode. Okay, like suppose if I see config means I'm ready to configure the router, but what you want to configure. So yes, so if you want to configure IP address on the interface, you can see if means I'm configuring interface, router means I'm configuring routing, and if you see line means I'm configuring some kind of line like console line, okay, telnet line. What are lines? Lines is the way to enter in the router. Like suppose this is your house, so router is your house. So how many doors are there in your house to enter? So that is known as lines. So by default you have console, okay, second auxiliary, and third telnet. Okay. So console is local administrative, telnet is remote, and auxiliary is remote. Okay, so you have to secure all these doors, right? So nobody can enter in your house. Okay, so if I want to secure my line, okay, entry is line. Okay, so it will come as a line. Okay, so we'll see all this thing. Okay, so this, if you see here user mode, so when you see this command, so whenever you want to jump from user mode to privilege mode, then you have to type enable command, then you can come to privilege mode, and from privilege mode you have to type configure terminal, and then you can move to global configuration mode, right? And now if I am here, right, okay, so not here, sorry, okay, slowly, so if I type this command enable, I can come to privilege and then slowly like this. Okay, so this is your user mode, this is your privilege mode, and this is your global configuration mode, and these are some sub configurational mode. Okay, this what we are talking here. But suppose maybe I'm here, okay, so when I will type I wanted to go back, right? So you have two command, either you type exit or either you type end or either you control Z or control C. So if I type control Z or control C, wherever I am,
it will go to the order
directly to privilege mode. But if I type exit, so he will come one step back, one step back. Okay, understood?
When you wherever you are from the bottom, when you say end, it could take you
to
the
privilege
mode. When you exit, like it comes according to the layers. When you exit, it comes to privilege mode. Exit, you go to router.
Yes. See, suppose I am here in the line mode. Okay, so maybe I am in line mode. So if I'll exit, okay, then you will go to one previous, then exit one previous, then then configuration mode, then exit, then here. But if I am here, right, maybe there are 5 steps to come here. Okay, 5 steps. So if I type end or control C or control Z, I can directly come
to the config mode.
Okay, so modes on Cisco routers. So we have setup mode. Okay, that
when there is no configuration,
when there is no configuration, you will get setup mode. But if the router is configured, you can get the router user mode, then privilege mode, global configuration mode, and these are some interface mode, and these are some other mode which is used for password recovery or managing the routers. Okay, monitoring, like you in your system also, when it has a problem, it go in the repairing mode, right? Okay, so here also you can say it's a router repairing mode. This we will see later on. Okay, now when you get setup mode, when the NVRAM is blank, empty, no configuration is there. Okay, user mode used for some basic monitoring configuration, basic monitoring and troubleshooting, not for the configuration. Privilege mode is used for monitoring and troubleshooting. Global configuration, all configuration that affects the router globally, that comes under global configuration mode. And then these are some other interface mode, line mode, router modes. So those are known as sub modes. Okay, sub configuration mode. So configurations done on the specific interface, a specific router mode. Okay, so it is divided, that global mode is divided into sub modes. Okay, you know, like after entering in your house, you have rooms. Okay, go there, this room, so you have to write the name of the room. So same, you, after config, you have to write the name of the rooms. So if I want to configure interface, I'll write interface. Okay, then I'll go okay. So if you see, if means you are configuring that interface.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's you. Okay, I see you say config interface.
No, I'll show you. Yeah, interface and interface name. Then you will enter there.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Router mode, the user mode, privilege mode, configuration mode, and some line modes. Okay. So this is the example again. Okay. See why I have created multiple slides for these three things, because this is very much important. Like if I tell you, okay, configure this, so you must go to configuration mode. Okay, do this. So if you know the modes, you know where should I run the command. Maybe you have the command, right? But where should you apply the commands?
Exactly.
Yes. So you have this user mode, where what is the use of user mode, what is the use of privilege mode, configuration mode, and these are some line modes. Okay. See, if I'm telling you, okay, secure your console, so see, you have to go to line mode. Okay. Now, so router setup mode. See, when I started the router, and it automatically came to setup mode. Okay. See, now let's verify this. So let me take one router for example. So this router is new, right? See, it came to my system configuration dialog. So Cisco has inbuilt added some kind of template. That okay, maybe I'm a new user, I don't know the router. So he's saying that okay, do you want to configure this router with the dialog box or template? So you say, if you say yes, example, yes, then he's saying that okay, do you enter in the management setup? Yes. Okay, configure the router host name. So you say okay, R1,
which is easier.
Then enable the password, then this. But you have to configure the router according to the template designed by Cisco. You cannot configure according to your own. Okay. Now, so suppose if you have configured maybe like this. Okay. So let's come here to restart the router. So you come here, zoom in. See, router fast Ethernet port, fast Ethernet console auxiliary ports. Okay, some USB ports. Okay, see, some slots are free. So if I want to add, yes. So see, if I off this, see, I added a serial port. Okay, now on it. Okay, now go to your CLI. Okay, do you want to continue? For now you say no, enter. See, now a router came. So this is user mode, right? So when you type here enable, then you are in a privilege mode, and then conf t configuration mode, right? Then here you type host name R1, router 1. Okay, and then exit, and see, when you exit you came to privilege mode, right? And then here you have to save the configuration. Okay, so I have saved the configuration, right? After saving the configuration, let me reboot the router again. Okay,
you will not come into that.
just wait. Now see, now it is coming directly here. Are you getting setup mode like this?
No.
No, because your router has some configuration there. Okay, and now what type of configuration you have in your router? So if you are an administrator, you type enable and type so running config, means so what is there in your brain. Okay, see, so these are the configuration you have configured.
Okay,
so whatever you
host
configure,
name.
yes, whatever you configure, see, you just
You
configure this
indicate,
one, other is not there. Option is there, but you have not configured.
Nothing is configured.
Yes, see, you have not configured the IP address on the interfaces. Okay, okay, okay. So here what we have learned that, okay, when router NVRAM is blank, your router will start in setup mode. But if you have some data or configuration in your router, then your router will start in the user mode, privilege mode. Okay, user mode, sorry. Now, so whenever I am running the user mode, right, what operation I can do in user mode, what operation I can do in privilege mode, like that. Okay, so let's see some practicals. Okay, okay, so now what we have to see all the basic commands. Okay, so if you are good in basic commands, now you can operate with the advanced command. So for basic command we can use packet tracer, but for other commands we will work in GNS. Okay, so suppose I have this router. Okay, now let me take two routers, connect this. So this is the cable, click on this, automatically it will connect, right? Okay, after that you open this router. Okay, so now this is my router. So let's start with the basic configuration. So I'll come here to this router, enable. Okay, so you can see here this command, we have to check some commands of user mode, right? So we are on user mode. So see what command I can run in user mode. So how I will come to know that? If you put question mark here, you will know that, okay, these are the commands what you can run in user mode. Okay, yes, see, okay, but here you cannot see commands to configure. Okay, only you can see, okay, what you can access.
Okay, you will see the commands.
Okay, only to access and to verify some basic things. See, ping, what you can do with the ping, you just ping, that's it. Okay, now here you can see here show command, right? Show commands is used to run and get the system information, right? So if I write here show, after show also if you put question mark, see,
You have
okay,
the same thing.
yes, no, not same thing.
Okay, sure. Okay.
So what you can see, okay, so some, okay, so all slowly you will know, okay, what is ARP, what is CDP, okay, what is clock. Okay, clock means your system clock, your time, date and time of your system. Okay, so these are the commands what you can run on user mode. Okay, then let's run some command. So type here show flash. Okay, so if you are running show flash, so he's saying that, okay, see, this is your Cisco iOS operating system. Okay, so this is 1841 and this is the name and this is the version. Okay, now if you want to,
that's the router model 1841.
yes, and if you write here show version, first you should write show version. Okay, see, suppose I want, see, automatically router will understand. Okay, but if you write tab, full will come. Okay, so version, so you can write it, enter. So he's saying that this is your router model name 1841. Okay, this is the router model name and this is the version. Okay,
from here,
yes,
is it the
this is the, yes, firmware.
Okay, that's the version.
This is the version of iOS 12.4. Okay, and this is your iOS name. So flash is the iOS name, this is your iOS file name, and where it has been located, it is located in the flash drive.
So
Okay,
flash.
yes. So version, I told you that it will give you some details of your version of, okay, so see here in packet tracer it is 12.4. but if you'll use the
GNS.
GNS, you'll see 15.1, 15.2, 15.4, 15.6. Yes, and if you have updated iOS, so you can run the updated command. So these are I think 10 years old routers. Okay, now suppose always keep in mind, whatever command you can run in user mode, all those commands you can run in privilege mode. Okay, so if you are coming here, enable, okay, see here question mark, see all the commands what you can find here, see ping, reload, resume, these all things, see telnet, all is there. Okay, and if you type here so question mark, here you have more than that user mode. Okay, so if you type here exit, see here so IP interface brief, to get the IP address of your interface, or you can say full command. Okay, see here you can run this command here also. Yes, nothing is assigned, and you can run this command here also in privilege mode also. Okay, so but the privilege command, which is already predefined only for privilege, that command you cannot run on user mode. Okay, like exit so IP route. See here you can see you can run on this, right, on the user mode. See enable
so IP route.
Yes, you can run here so IP route. See, okay, okay, now we have some other commands, like I can show you here. So flash, what is, okay, so flash is the memory where iOS operating system has, Cisco iOS has been kept there, located there. Okay, now so version will give you the version of your iOS. Okay, so interface, so IP interface will give you the interface details of this, and this command which is there, okay, we will come to know in GNS. Okay, so when you run this so IP
exclude,
yes, so when you run this so IP interface brief command, right, so you will get these details. Okay, so here is the interface name, these are the interface name, here the IP is assigned or not. Okay, the status of the LAN card is yes or no, means, okay, here the method means you have assigned the IP address manually or DHCP. Okay, and then your status of your LAN card is administratively down or up. Administratively means manually you have disabled that port. Okay, and if you see normal down, not administratively down, okay, so means there is some problem in the link, you have to find out. Okay, we'll see out. Yes. Okay, and protocol down means your device is configured from your end, here is up, and here is down. So from your end everything is okay, from your remote end, the neighbor end has some problem. Okay, ping we'll see when after configuring. Trace route is used to trace the
routing
hops,
hop sequence,
gateways.
Okay.
Like suppose to come here in the office, right, now you want to go out, means how many gate you have to cross? Tell me. How many gate?
Now you have three.
1 gate, 2 gate, 3 gate, then you can go out. So that is the hop. So that you can find it via trace route command. Okay, trace route command. So trace route is for Cisco, and trace cert is for, like, see, if I am coming here, CMD, trace cert is for Windows. Sorry, trace space, I forget the space. Okay, so trace cert is for Windows operating system, and trace route is for Cisco operating systems. See, he's saying that whenever you want to go to Google IP is 74.125 this. Okay, now
30 hops.
Okay, so 30 hop is the maximum, after that your packet will drop. So before 30 hops you must have to reach. Okay.
Before 30 hops.
Yeah, and of course
Mm-hmm.
he's saying that when you want to go out, you it must be less than 30. If it is higher than 30, your packet will drop.
Yeah.
Then again you have to resend the packet, and again your router will redirect you, you know, in a better
another way.
another way, so you can have less than 30 hops. See, network is very big, eh? It's not like that.
Very big.
Okay, now these file system, you know, these you can run in the physical routers. Okay, see, router, you know, in this Windows operating system also you have file system, so in Cisco also you have file systems. Okay, so if you try to run this one, let's see if it runs or not. So file systems, okay, see here, this is your NVRAM. Okay, in NVRAM this is the files of the iOS. Yes, okay, so this is the size of that, this is the free size, and this is the flash, okay, memory. Okay, so this is the file system. So here you can see in the slides you are getting more details, right? Here only you are getting less detail, because see, this is the software, right, but it's not a real router. So in the real router you can get the details of your file systems. Okay, now if you write here show memory, see, this command is not working here, right, but this command will work in your
in your this the next level.
No, in your
mode. Okay, in the
GNS.
Okay.
Okay, we'll work in GNS also very soon.
Okay, in GNS.
Okay, now come here. See, now you have enable command in user mode. So after enable command, then you can come to privilege command, then you can run show flash to get your flash information. Show version, so you can change this. So version is before the flash, then you will understand. Okay, so version will give you the iOS version detail. Okay, so flash will give you your flash location, your iOS location. So IP interface will give you your interface details. Ping will help you to communicate with your neighbor whether you are reachable or not. Trace route will help you to find the hops. Yes, and then we have some other commands. This show running config, show startup config. See, so running config and startup config differences. Okay, now see, let me open this router. See here, let me close this router, take another router, this router. Okay, no enable conf t host r2. See, I'm configuring. Okay, now maybe interface fast ethernet 0/0. See, I came to interface, IP address is maybe example 12.2. no shut. Okay, I configured the router, but did I save the router? Save the configuration? Not yet. Now see, remember I told you when I am typing exit, see, one step back. Okay, but no problem. Again, let me come to the interface. But if I'll type here end, then I'll directly come to privilege mode. Okay, suppose
configured from
see,
console to console.
yes. Now to check, maybe I configured the router. Okay, and you are the engineer. You came and you wanted to know what is there running. How you will know, right? So you have to write two commands, whether show running config and show startup config. But if I have saved the configuration, then you can run show startup config, this command. This command. But if I have not saved, okay, then I can run here show running config. Then see, the host name I have done this, then this, then this, then this, right?
So you know, all
But
these are the only configuration
yes,
you did.
but if I will run this show startup config, see, startup config, right? Are you getting anything?
It's not present.
Not present. But see, if I will write, okay, if I will save, write is the command to save, and other commands are also like copy running config to startup config. Okay, if I run this, see, this is the command, copy
Yes,
running
yes.
config to a startup config. So now if I am running this command, so a startup config, now see you are getting it. Means now your configuration is moved from RAM to NVRAM, means temporary memory to permanent memory. Now your router will restart whatever, no problem, your configuration will be there.
So you remember this.
Yes. Now see, let me come to physical, restart. See, router 2 enable. Okay, so now here you can run whatever, so a startup config, so running config, so
Startup
startup config, see everything is there, whatever you have configured.
whatever was saved.
Okay,
Span through.
so now so running config, you have understood the difference, right?
Mhm.
If you will save, then it will go to a startup config. Okay, now when you want to save, copy running config to
Okay.
a startup config, right? Okay, so running config is RAM, startup config is NVRAM. Running config is temporary memory, a startup config is
Mhm.
permanent memory.
Permanent environment.
Now when you want to erase the configuration,
Mhm.
so you have to erase a startup config, not running config. Suppose if it is saved, understood?
Mhm.
Suppose what example I gave you here, that I saved, so now it is in a startup config. So now I want to delete everything, so you will delete running config or a startup config?
Startup.
Startup config, because it is in NVRAM, so I want to delete it. So I'll come here, erase startup config. Yes. Do you want to delete? Yes. And then asking to reload, means restart.
Mhm.
So reload is restart command in the
For the
router.
router.
Yes. Now confirm, and now system is restarting.
So now you've erased the configuration.
Now see, same.
Mhm. You come back.
Yes, new thing, but example again, enable conf t, host is R10, example, interface fast ethernet 0x0, IP address 123.111. Okay, no shut, but maybe I did mistake, maybe I configured wrong.
Mhm.
Something,
Mhm.
many command I have run for last 1 hour, I am running command, but I realized that, oh my god, instead of configuring router 1, all commands I have run in
router 10.
router 2, right? Router 10 example.
Mhm.
Now should I go each and every command and I should do, or I should erase everything?
No, you can just continue and do your configuration.
No, all.
You can erase the configuration.
Yes, so
And
you have
do
two
you-
options.
Yeah.
Either you start typing again, so it will overwrite.
Yes, you either continue.
Yes.
That's what I was saying. You
Yes.
either continue do the final configuration.
Yes.
And save that one, or you erase. But if you erase again, you're committing
Like
the same
suppose,
step.
yeah, I started with the host name. I instead of writing R2, I have written R10. Okay, so I can come here, conf t,
Mhm.
host
Continue.
name R2. See, automatically it's changed. So either you recontinue, means start from beginning again, so it will overwrite, or what you'd write, exit, erase. What should I erase? Startup config or running config?
Startup config.
My friend. So startup config. Do you have anything in a startup config?
No, in the running.
In
the
running,
NVRAM.
because I have not saved.
Because yeah,
Yeah. So erase.
running config.
Why running config is
Yeah,
not
because
coming?
it was saved.
Okay, only erase config is there, but okay, but you will get these options in you can running config also, you can delete it. And why this option is not coming in this? Because if I want to delete, right?
Mhm.
Huh?
Mhm.
Do I have anything in a startup config?
No. it's
No.
not present.
So if I will restart my router, automatically it is erased because it is in the temporary memory and
Memory
it
is not in
yes.
the end.
Okay. See. Now nothing is there. So you have two options. Either maybe you have done mistake. Okay. So what is the best practice of router configuration? He's saying that whenever you start configuring, right, after some successful command, always save, always save, always save.
So that when you
have,
you will not come back to the,
yes,
to the first.
Yes. So maybe some student, what they do, they say, okay, I will save later. So when they come, and in the end he realized that okay, there is a mistake, then he has to restart. Yes. Then again he has to, yes. So these type of problems.
Always to save every command.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have seen all these commands, right?
Run income, start phone, reload.
Yes.
Reboot to reboot the router and switch.
Okay. Then some problem is there for regular network engineer, because the regular network engineers, they come to office and they do not configure router every day. They just configure and they monitor the routers, right? But when they monitor the routers, so not every time they run long command. When you learn, Cisco, right? So this is your beginning, but when you learn advanced, so there are long commands. Okay, so when you say that, okay, these long commands I have to run every day, so can I short it, some abbreviation, something like that? Okay, I can reduce the name. Okay, so instead of writing this long command, copy running config to startup config, okay, I should run this command, save. But save is not a command. I can create some alias, means duplicate command for my own use.
Okay, you can say save, but
yes, but it's not.
It's written save, but in actually
it is.
The data is taken as copy run.
So let's do this one. Okay. So now come here. I think if it will not work here, then we'll work in GNS. Okay. Okay.
Yes, just like nickname.
Yes, nickname. So maybe I'll come here to the configuration mode, and then I'll write here. It's not there. See. ALI alias. No, it's not there. No problem. Come to Cisco. Come to Cisco. No problem. Okay, so you can write the project name like, okay, lab 1. So whenever you open GNS, automatically you will see this project. So you write the project name lab 1, and here you can get the routers. Okay, so this I have okay, so now you can take any of the router, right? But for better practice, okay, use these routers. Okay, it is there. Okay, so let's take these routers. Okay, so I'll show you the differences. See, these routers are 12 point, okay, this is 15. Okay, these are the 15 versions. Okay,
15 ports.
Yes, not port, version.
Okay, version. Okay, yes. 15. The other one is 12.
Yes.
Okay,
so let me take as of now, let's.
Are they of the higher version?
Yeah, higher version. So I can show you this and this, both routers. Okay. So if you want, you can connect them, but right now we are not working for connectivity, so don't worry. Start all these routers. Click here, start. You can start all the device at once, or you can right click on each device. Okay, and you can start individually. So if you have good memory, you start all the routers at once. If you have low memory, you start one by one. Okay.
Okay. What do you mean if you have a good memory?
RAM.
Okay.
You are thinking. Okay.
You get the personal memory.
Okay. Now you click this ABC button.
Yeah,
to have the interface name. Okay. Now you click on this OK button to have the console view. Okay. Why this option is coming? Okay, router 1, this is router 2, no problem. So if I'm coming here, so version, see version is 12.4, right? Okay, but if you come here and type, so version, see 15.4,
This is higher version.
yes, higher version. So that's why I recommend you to use these routers. Okay, these routers. Okay, so let's come for the alias. Okay, sometime. Okay, so conf t, see here, if you see, you want to, like these are, there is very flexibility in this clear screen. See, now I came here, but this is not in the packet tracer. Okay, now you type here alias, see, alias execute. I can type save. Okay, what you want to run, see, copy running config to startup config. See, here you have to write the correct command. Here your tab will not work. So copy running config to startup config. See, I have written wrong command because see, here you have to use dash.
Okay, start.
Yes. Okay, and now you run here, enter. Okay, and one more command, alias show IP. Okay, so normal command, what is that?
So IP
interface brief exclude on assignment. Okay, now see what is the benefit. Now if I'm typing here save, see, right, it took yes, but if I'm typing here SIP, okay, see, SIP, okay, see, it has taken it, right? Now but if I'm typing the same command, maybe you will think that it's a command, but see, if I'm typing save, it's the wrong command. Even if I'm typing SIP, is the wrong command. So like this you can create alias, but you can make this in your environment, in your daily environment. So next time no need to write, but keep in mind that
you know, okay, you know what command is meant for.
Yes. Even if you forget also, no problem, type this command.
You can type just the full command.
No, yes, either you write full command or type so run. And when you will type so run,
it will give you
yes, the alias will be there, you find it. What is the problem?
Because it's configured already.
Yes, so this is for easy, fast, quick management. Okay, now this is very much important for the engineers. Like see, you have multiple devices in your organization, right? But normally when I started the device here, right, by default his name is what? Router. If I am going to open another device, let's start this device. What is his name by default?
Router. It should be
Router. But if you have 10 router, how you will going to differentiate?
This is for this, this is for this.
Yes. So you have to give the host name to each and every routers.
According to their location.
Yes. So here, if you are here on this router 1, so you come here to conf t and type here host name. You say okay, Gambia router 1. Okay, and then I want to save it. So what command I have to write? Where?
You write to the NVRA.
No, but in which mode?
Inside the config mode.
I am in config mode. So if I am writing here, write.
It won't allow. You have to exit.
And where I have to go?
To the user mode.
Privilege mode. Okay, so but if I want, I'm doing some command and I do not want to go there, so you type here do. So whenever so whatever command you want to run
in a
different mode, in a configuration mode, global configuration mode, the command of privilege mode, you can run in global configuration mode if you use do. Okay.
Okay.
See,
when you
if
say
I'm
write,
writing here, see,
because
copy running config to startup config, example. See, it's not taking, but if I'm running here do, it has taken. Okay. Okay, so now here, now come to this router, type here conf t host. Okay, host name you say okay Gambia router 2. See, it has taken. Now type here do write, it will say. So now you can recognize, okay, this router is Gambia router 1, okay, like this Gambia router 2,
and you know where they are located.
yes. Even if you want to change the name here also,
You
which
can
is
always
here,
change.
so right click, see this rename, okay, Gambia router 2.
Oh, okay, the name
Yes,
will not have.
yes. So here you can say Gambia router 1. But this is while configuration for understanding, not getting confused.
Yeah, I understand.
Yes. Okay. So always change the host name of their devices, whether it is switch, router, firewall,
To identify
to
them.
easily identification. Okay. Then we have how we can secure the router. So for securing the router, see, we use console. So this is your console. Okay, see how I'll come to know that this is console. If you press Ctrl Z, see,
Console by console.
yes. Okay, so this is your console access. So how I can secure my this access, right? Okay, so we have console, we have auxiliary. So we are not using auxiliary, but we should. Okay, telnet is there. Okay, so telnet I'll explain you when we learn telnet.
Okay. That one.
So we'll understand console, auxiliary, enable password, secret password, and some kind of password encryption method. Okay, so now come to this exit. So this is my normal mode, right? So if I came here, enable conf t. So first of all, I'll give the host name R1, Gambia router 1. Okay, then I will put here, see, line console. How many console port you have in the router?
You say you have the
Console
console port, you have the telnet.
How many console port?
Oh, only one.
So if it is one port, so digitally it will start as a count.
Console.
Count any number. I have this one pen, right? Count it digitally.
It is that one.
0.
Okay, 0. Digital 0. Yeah, but
Okay.
0,
So
1.
0. Okay. Then
Okay, that's the first
password.
one.
I can write here CCNA. Okay. Login. Ask this password while logging, and then exit or end, whatever you want. So if you type here exit, you will
You
go
go
one
back
back.
to the
If you
first.
type here end, you will directly go back to privilege.
Okay.
And then here you have to
Right.
write, save, and then
Exit.
exit. Now see password. So you have to write CCNA. After that you will go to enable mode, right? Now come here, enable mode. So you are on
Oh, okay.
enable mode.
Okay.
Okay, so you have secured the user mode only. So here your user mode is secure. After user mode you have enable mode or privilege mode. Okay, and then after privilege mode you have configuration mode. Okay, now you have another option that you can secure your enable mode also. So how you can secure your enable mode?
Okay, not just
Enable password CCNP. Okay, then do write and exit. Now
For
this
there is the
this what is this mode?
user access verification. This is login mode.
User mode.
Yes.
So what is the
login.
password?
CCNA.
CCNA. Okay, after that what command I have to type?
Enable.
Okay, now which password?
I think you did the same password, right?
CCNP.
CCNP, okay. Okay. Now
Okay.
you
Now I came to enable mode.
double layers.
Yes, then I can come to config mode, then I can configure. Now see what is the problem here. Now I want to check the configuration what I configured in my system. What command I have to run?
So running
Config. Or
so
if it is saved, then I can run show startup config, right?
yeah.
Okay. So where I should run that show command?
The show command to show your
Configuration
config
in privilege
in the
mode.
privilege mode. Yeah.
So can I run that command here in the configuration mode?
Yes, you said do
Okay, do
so
config run. Okay, running config. Now see, I have given the password. See, enable password is CCNP and the console password is CCNP, but it is visible. So what is the need of giving password? So somebody can see and he can log in.
Okay.
Okay, then what is the second mode?
But this one you are already in, that's why you are saying it.
No, okay.
So how about in the okay?
No
Can you
problem.
save this thing?
No problem.
Go to this.
Exit, right? Exit.
And,
No problem. But see, somebody can scroll it like this now.
I mean, okay, you know, when you for here because you have already logged in from the user, you log in and you enable.
No, see, this is lock. No problem. You know, this is the console view, right? Okay. When you close the router, no problem. But still, the information will be there in this. See, information is there.
Yeah,
if you
that is when you already have access to the router.
Yes.
So now what I want is to restart the router. You know, when you restart it, you come into the user.
Okay, so no problem. Let me restart the router.
This is what I was saying because
okay.
you've already.
Okay. So let me save it first.
You already got in.
CCNA, enable, CCNP.
Okay.
And then right, save it. Okay, and then let me restart. Okay. But if till after restarting, the information is there in this console. See, this in the software. See,
let's see.
Information is there now. See, if you
okay,
go,
it's there. Okay, it's there already.
yes.
So how about if you clear it? You cannot clear this. You can clear it.
Okay, but see the sequence.
Okay.
So first you say that okay, let me come here, login, enable, CCNP. Okay. Then there is option that you can secure the encrypt the password. Normal text password into encryption mode. So I can write here service password encryption. Okay, see, don't think that this is a command. This is not a command, right? Because I use service, then I press tab, then service came.
This one, service.
Yes, so this is the original command, the last command. So I encrypted, and now if after encrypting, if I'm running here, so running config, see, the password is encrypted now.
So if you put this one,
right,
you cannot log in.
Yes. So now maybe in this also there is a problem. Yes. So let me copy this, select this and copy. Come to internet, Google, Cisco password 7. This is password 7. If you
7.
You can come here, see password 7. So Cisco password 7 decrypt. So come, there are many websites. Open it. Password 7, you paste that password and then click cracks. So this is also not secure. Now they said, then what is the second method? How I should secure my router? They said, okay, no problem. You come to your router. Okay, come here, conf t, and you write here enable secret 123 at IST. Okay, so now you have one password is user mode. Let me write. See, first password is
the first one. Yes, login password. That's the user mode.
Password is user mode password, that is your
and you have enabled
console password, right? Okay, see why when you write this, you can write anything. This is a comment. This is not a command. See, it accepted, so don't think that it is a command.
Okay, why did it accept it like this? Because of the exclamation mark?
Yes. So you know when you write, when you want to write something. Okay. So the see when you write this, means you can write anything as a note.
Okay.
Okay. See, if I'm writing any command like this, see. Okay, let me type first. Is wrong command. But if I write this, you can write.
Yeah. That is information.
Yes, like that.
Yes,
okay. So I'm just writing some notes, to show you that. Okay. First password is this user mode password. Okay. Now. Second password we have used enable password. Okay, but these both password has a problem, right? Then we have used
encryption, third password,
secret enable password, right? Now let's check. See, these things don't get confused, because these things, if I see, normally what I do, I write in my notepad. Okay, but why same thing this is also, so you can use this, it will act as a notepad. Okay, now I wanted to check, so do so running config, right? Now see, this password is encrypted now, right? But if I'll copy this password, and come again to Google and type here password 7, password 5,
yeah.
So you can come here, there are many
sites.
Okay, sites, decrypt type. Okay, so you can come here, you can paste it and click crack password. Okay, so it will try, but see, it's not easy to crack. Okay, now
because of the secret thing that you enable.
Yes. Okay, so I have enabled the secret. So secret is password 5. So password 5 is more secure than this. See, it's not able to crack. See, it's trying, but it's not able to crack. So if you'll come here, okay, see this. Okay, and now let's try to log in. So now we have 3 password. Okay, so exit. Okay, now tell me the first password. CCNA, which is user mode password or console password, right? Okay, second password CCNP. So here we have 2 password. One is enable password, which is non-secure, and which is secure is 123@IST, right? So enable password is CCNP, and secret password we have 2 enable. One is clear text and one is secret. So here we have 2 password, 123@IST. One is less secure and one is high secure. So which password we should use?
The less secure.
Less secure.
You mean the one?
See, I have enable mode. Enable mode, you have 2 passwords.
You know, we did altogether 3 passwords.
Yes.
So now you got in 2 passwords. Now it's 123@IST.
Okay. So here, if you will use this CCNP, suppose if you will use CCNP, not login. Okay, but if you will use the highest one, okay, so he will not ask you the lowest one, but if you'll put the lowest one,
okay.
So no need of this CCNP password. So you can say that, okay, so what you conf t, so you can say here no enable password CCNP.
Okay.
Or you can say no enable password, that's it.
Okay. So from the user mode now you go to the secret.
Do so run. Now see, do you have password 7? Because you have removed it.
No, password 5.
Password 7. See here we have 2 passwords. Okay. Yes. Okay, here we have 2 password 5 and password 7, but in a same location, enable location, So I have to use this one because this is more secure, than this
the
one.
other one. So this
So
one is on the mind now.
Yes. So why should I use this one? So you
So
can
this is
remove
how-
this one with this command. Where is this command? No enable password. Then
Okay.
So-
from force password, you can also you can also put the secret password.
No.
Okay, you have to go in.
yes. So
that.
let me show you again. Exit. Now you have this password is user verification password. So here you have to put that.
CCNP.
Yes, CCNA, console password.
No, CCNA. CCNP.
Console
I know,
password
CCNP.
is CCNA. So let me show you again.
CCNP.
No,
also.
CCNP was for enable.
Okay. NA, CCNA.
CCNA. Okay, then here you have to put now directly 123 at IST because okay.
The other one is
Yes,
not.
now you go to config mode and you start configuring. Okay, so here we have learned console. Auxiliary is not in use, but it's the same command. See, this is for the enable configuration, and see auxiliary is also like this. So if you want to see how to configure auxiliary, no problem. See, line AUX auxiliary 0. Okay, password you say CCIE, okay, or CCNA1, whatever you want. Okay, CCNA1 and login. That's it. Okay, but here you will not get prompt for because auxiliary is for remote locations. Okay, save, you can run this command also to this command also to save this. Okay, now I told you the telnet password will work while after IP configuration and all those, after routing configuration. Okay, yes. Okay, now I told you for securing the router we have enable password, right? So here I can use any password, remember? Okay, then I said okay, enable password and console passwords are in clear text format, right? In a clear text. Then we said okay, we have some option to encrypt the password. So with the help of service password encryption, we have encrypted the password, right? After encrypting the password, I checked on the Google and we have cracked it. After cracking, we said okay, no problem, enable password, secret password. Okay, then after secret password, what we did, we have removed that this password.
Password serving.
Yes, but okay, we have removed this one, remember? Okay, so we can
No enable password.
yes. Okay, so now we have seen that this encrypted password, right? This is password 5, right? After this we have seen that okay, password 7 is not in use, right? Because when you log in, if you put the secret password, no need to put password 7, so you can remove the enable password, right? Because no yes.
So okay, if it, at that this secured level, you cannot erase the configuration.
No, you can erase.
Okay, you can erase. But you,
Yes, tell me what.
because before you're not having access to the router itself. How do you erase it?
No, okay, let me come here. Your confusion. What is your confusion? Tell me.
Like when you restart the router,
Okay.
when you go to the post it, you have to give a password
Okay.
first.
User. This password, right?
Now,
Okay.
now, yeah. Okay, you want to erase this router now because maybe you believe it's no more needed, but it's secured. You don't know the password.
Okay.
It's configured by someone.
Okay.
Maybe you don't need
Okay.
the information there.
So that is a different mode. How to crack the password.
Exactly. This is what I mean. Now you want to get access to the router, but there is password.
So you have to crack the. There is another process. We'll see that one.
Okay.
Okay, remember that's why if you have seen, I have told you we have some router modes, right? So in mode I have told you there is one mode Roman mode, I think. Yeah, this mode, remember So this mode is for retrieving the password of your router and switch. First password of switch. Okay. Okay, so we have seen that. Okay, after that we have removed. Okay, because it's no need of use, right? So why should we use it? Okay, and now see, then we will enhance router access. Now how we are going to enhance the router access? This is very much important. Suppose this is my router, right? Suppose in my organization we are 10 clients, 10 administrator, right? But right now I came and I log in here. Enable password is 123 at IIST, right? Now another user came, another administrator came after 1 hour. He also logged in and configured. He also logged in. Now can you identify who logged in at what time and what he configured? Because everyone is using same username and password. You cannot identify. Then you can say no problem. Let's configure something. You are the administrator, senior administrator. Conf t. You write here username. You say user admin1. Password in anything admin admin1 for him. Then you say okay, admin2. Okay, password is admin2, admin3. Like this you created and you gave to him.
You can only have the same right.
No, right, you can give different rights also, but that is a part of security. Okay, but I'll teach you, don't worry. Okay, so now you save, do right, save it. After saving, you have to change some console mode. So you write here line console 0 login, and here you have to just add one new keyboard, login local, and then exit, and then do right, save it, and then exit. Now see, username. Before we were getting password. See, so now username. So if admin1, so he has to write admin1, password admin1. So now who is accessing this router?
Admin1, and you know who is admin1.
Yes. So whatever configuration is done by admin1, it will be a logged. It will be a log. You know, log is the
a log file.
Yes. So now you can find, okay, who admin1 has logged in around 10 o'clock, and what he has configured. So now you can.
Yes. So and so and so.
So this is enhancing router access. But see, here I have written some privilege. So this is a part of, if you want, you can remove this. Okay. So normal is also like this. You can say without privilege also you can create, and instead of secret you can create normal. Secret means secure password, encrypted password. Normal, this password is a clear text password. Okay, so you can run this command also. So you have multiple options here. Privilege, okay, so here instead of this password you can write here.
Okay, add in the users.
Yes. Now what is the difference between this password and this password? See, this first command is with the privilege, that okay, you have high privilege, you have privilege 15, you have privilege 14. So when you learn security, you will learn, okay, that in privilege 1 what power you have, in privilege 2 what power you have. So if you come here, see
the access level.
Yes, if you come here, enable, okay, 1 2 3 at IIST, and if you type here show privilege, see my privilege is 15. Okay, so some users, see I'm admin1, so I have full rights, so I have privilege 15. So this is the highest privilege. Then if some user will open privilege 10, so according to his privilege he can configure the router.
Okay.
But this is a part of security. So you can run this command also. If you run this command, so automatically he will have privilege 15. Okay, if you are not defining privilege, so default is privilege 15. But if you are defining, I can say okay, privilege 10, so he will have privilege 10.
Okay, no more.
Okay, and here if I am writing only password, so this is the clear text password. But if I'll write here secret, means it has an encrypted password.
Yeah, it will not.
Okay. Okay, then what is the difference between enable password and secret password, right? So enable password is a different and secret password is a different. Now how you will differentiate? Enable password is password 7 and password 7, yes,
7,
and secret password is password 5. Enable password is clear text password, you can see it's a plain text or clear text format, and secret password is MD5 hashing algorithm is there. Okay, means it is a secure than this one. Okay, secure than password 5, password 7. So password 5 is known as MD5 and it is secure than password 7. Okay, now what is the use of service password encryption command? Now tell me, what is the use of service password encryption command?
Use of the service password encryption.
Remember, I have used service password encryption command here. You can see here if it is there. I think it's not there. Okay, so what is the use of service password encryption?
Is it for the
yes,
the enhanced?
no, by default I have used console password and enable password, right? So it was easily I can see those passwords, right?
Yes.
So I encrypted those password.
Okay. Yeah.
So
okay,
for
yes.
Okay. So for encrypting those text password or clear text password, okay, I can use service password encryption command, right?
Okay.
Okay. Now, okay, so I can use this command. But here, if I encrypted also with this command, right? Okay. After encrypting also, I can crack it, right? So then I said that okay, let's use this MD5 password, right?
Secret.
Yes. Now come here. Now save the router configuration to NVRAM. Why did we save the router configuration to NVRAM?
Yeah, because when you
if I will not save,
your
yes,
server, you will lose your configuration.
Yes.
So you have to do a
so running configuration means RAM.
to start to run the NVRAM.
Yes. So running configuration is your RAM and a startup configuration is your NVRAM. So whatever configuration you have in your NVRAM, okay, you save those configuration via this command, copy running config to startup config, right? Okay. So you can run this long command, or you create, you write
alias.
this write memory, or you create alias, or you simply write, or you can write this copy R means running, S means
startup, copy R set.
Running config to startup config, or you can write the full command.
Okay.
Okay, now keep in mind, when should I run this running config? Command will give you all the configuration details of your RAM. Okay,
but it's not safe.
But it's not saved. So when I run this show startup config, command will give you all the configuration details saved into NVRAM. But if it is not saved, you cannot get the output I have shown you, right?
Yeah, if it's not safe, you cannot run startup config.
So if running config is RAM and startup config is NVRAM. Erase, I told you how you can erase, right? After erasing you can reload always. So when you reload it will come like this, right? Again like this, right? Then
like if you reload,
see, if I reload, erase everything, then your router is a new. So when you start it will come as a
new
router, right? Okay, startup config will be like setup mode. Okay, then you write again yes or no. So you write here no, then you come here enable, then you start running configuration, right? And then you start configuring, putting password, changing the host name, configuring the interface. Okay, now here we have some kind of banner
message or other login display message.
Okay, so now what you can say, whenever you log into the router, right? So banner MOTD means banner message of the day. So whenever I log into the router, I can see the message that okay, when you access some company router, it is written the information of the description of that router. Okay, this router, because routers are in a remote locations. It's not that everything is here I can see. So if you see these things, okay, so you have to write here conf t banner message of the day hash. Okay, then start writing the message. This router is of Gamtel Gambia. Okay, access is restricted, like this. Okay, okay, you say access is denied, and you can write offense. Okay, hacking is like many messages kind of you can write, right? Okay, now you can say good morning, like this, and after message you always write hash to close the message, and then write enter, and then do write save it, exit, and now see, can you see this? So many people write multiple messages. I can show you. Let me take this router. Cisco. Okay. Start, and let me take console of this. Okay, now see. This is the Cisco viral router, and see, this is the original router. See how much time actually router takes to start. It's not like packet tracer. See, latest one, 15.6.
Okay, this is the latest.
Yes, and see these all messages. See, restricted writes. See, these are the message from Cisco. Okay, other messages are also there. Let me show you. It's boot. Let me pause for now. See, these are some warning message, and see, it's saying that US law govern like this, copyright product. Yes. Okay. So yes, so these are like messages. Okay,
Or what?
see, this is a message, right? This is Cisco IOSV, strictly limited to the, okay, like this, see. And so these kinds of message you can write. Yes, so like suppose if I come here, copy, like let's try if I can write it here. Username CCNA. No, sorry. Username is admin1. Enable. Okay. Then I can write here conf t banner motd. Okay, hash, let's paste it. Okay, and after that, in the end of that, you can write hash. Okay, and then we put with the hash, stop it, and then press enter, right? And now if you type here exit, save it, then exit, see, like this, okay. So like this type of message you can type. Okay, now these are some basic configuration of the router. Okay, you see, we have configured the host name, right? After that we have configured the password, secret password and enable password. Okay, telnet we'll do later. Okay, then we have checked some router configuration with the help of show command, right? Okay, then we have encrypted all password with the help of service password encryption. Okay, then IP configuration we'll check slowly. Okay, now, so this is your configuring IP address on the routers. Okay, so how we'll configure IP address on the routers? So let's design the network like this. So now packet tracer is no note of this, no problem. So now come to your GNS. Now delete this because this is first stop and then delete. Okay, any device. Okay, so now we have router 1 and router 2. Okay. Okay, so let me take this router 1. So see here how to take multiple routers. Suppose I want to take 2 routers, instead of taking one, so you can press shift and this catch with this, press shift in your keyboard and bring it here like this, and then leave your this shift. Okay, and then you take 2 device. Yes, so say 2 device, router 1 and router 2, and then take switches. So I want to take 2 switches. So press shift like this, leave it 2 switches, and here you will say GNSVM. Okay, GNSVM like this, and then if you want to change the name of the switch, so select like this, right click, change host name. Okay, switch 2, so I want to give switch S2, no need to write long name, here S1. Okay, and then you come here to this and take PCs. So again shift and this, leave it, how many PCs, so like you can say 4 or 6, whatever you want. Okay, enter. So here you have to select GFVM like this. Okay, if you select your PC, so it will make your system little bit slow. So take this,
if you select more pieces.
So this is your router 1 and this is your router 2 details, PCs. Okay, now one more option. Okay, now the part of connectivity, right? So take this connection. Okay, then simple, router to router. So I want to connect router to router with serial 20 to serial 20. Okay, now see the port number is not coming, so I will click here to have a port number. So now see port number. Okay, then click on this cable again, sorry, Ethernet to Ethernet 0. Okay, then here the red one is free, green one is occupied. Okay, here also Ethernet to Ethernet. Okay, now after connectivity you click on this to remove the cable option. Now you can see multiple ports, so we are not configuring PC ports, so drop down like this to have a clear view. Okay, remove this. Sorry,
That's why so we don't go more ports.
PC 1 2 is okay, so just remove the ports. Here also this is okay, because here you have to configure the port number. This is okay, this is okay. Like this, you can put it like this once. Okay, okay, now here you have to take this button. Yeah, then you have to write the network name. So I'll say that okay, I'm using here 12.1.1.0/30 network, right? Okay, then I come here and say that okay, here I'm using 192.168.10.0/24 network. Okay, and here I'm using 20.0/24 network, right? So here you have different network. Okay,
This is the 12.
here you have 12 network, here /24, different network, right? Here is 20, not so it's a
not
different. So okay, now is a part of configuration. So first of all you have to start the routers, click OK, yes, and then you have to click on this console. So now PC1, PC2. After PC1, PC2 you have PC3. After PC3 you have router 1, right? You can see here you have router 1, then router 2, then 4, 5, 6. So you can arrange like that for easy configuration. Okay, like this. But if you will not arrange, no problem.
Yeah, if you know the names.
Yes. So PC, how, see,
IP
192.168. So I can write 10.2. Okay, 1 you want to give through the router. Okay, so no problem. Okay, subnet mask you can write like this, /24. Okay, like this. Okay, and then what is the gateway?
192.168.1.
10.1, right? Yes. Now you can come here and you can write this command also here, save. Okay, this is PC. Now come here, IP 192.168.10.3/24 10.1. IP, yes, 10.4/24. Okay, now router configuration. Okay, so here also you can save. Don't forget to save. Save. Now come to router configuration. So on router, how many interface you have? Two interface. So write here conft
interface E01 E0
interface E0/0 IP address. Yes, tell me.
192.168.10.1.
Yes. Okay, no shutdown, right? No shutdown to enable it. Okay, now either you can write exit and go to another interface, or you can directly
just go to another interface.
Interface, tell me.
S2/0
S2/0 IP address. This is a subnet mask. Yes. Then no shut.
So you can also do /30, right? Or
no, here no.
Here you can do only on the PC.
Yes, on the PC. Okay. Done. Right. So then do right.
Do right.
So your configuration is saved. Now come to router 2. Conft interface serial 2/0 IP address. Tell me.
1.1.2.
Okay, no shut, and then interface E0/0 IP address
192.168.20.1.
Very good. See if it is wrong,
yeah, it will be invalid.
Yes. Then you
slash.
It's okay.
It's /30.
Yes, /30. No, it's not /30. This is 24. This network.
Okay, is this network? I was thinking of. Yeah, we configured that one already.
Yes. Then write exit. Then do right. Configuration is saved. How I will check? I am coming on router 1. Control Z. Then show IP interface brief. So here it will give me all the interface details. But if I run this, yes. So it's shortcut command also. So IP interface brief exclude unassigned. See, only active ports, right?
E0/0 and S2/0.
Yes. Then come here also, do so IP interface brief exclude unassigned, right? Okay. Now come to PC4. IP 192.168.20.2/24. Okay, see, and then after save, and now come PC5. You can write like this also, 20.3, right?
3, yeah.
Okay, and you can write like this also.
Yeah, this is a full set.
Yes, and then gateway. Like this also. But you can directly write /24 the prefix.
Yes, it's easy.
Yes. 192.168.20.4 /24 1, and then save. So the configuration is completed. How you will check the PC IP address?
You go so config.
Yes, so IP.
So IP.
Okay, see, this is the IP and this is the gateway, right? And PC router IP address, how to verify like this, right?
You mean how to verify the router IP?
Yes.
Yeah. So IP.
Yes. And how to verify PC IP? So IP.
So IP.
But if you will see here, if PC wants us to ping to another network 20.2, no communication, right? Destination host not reachable.
From
Yes. Why?
it's getting that information because there is no routing.
Yes. So if you come to router 1 to check why this PC is not, so if you type here so IP route, see, your router 1 do not know about 20.
No, it's not.
Yes. Okay. So if you will come here,
So
we are only talking about IP address configuration, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we have configured this IP address.
And
Okay.
this network.
Now this you can configure this IP address, right, for the students.
So it's like both networks are set now.
Yes.
So now, okay.
Okay. So this is only for IP configuration. We are not configuring any routing. Routing is next. Okay. Then how to configure IP on router 1, router 1, then router 2 IP address. Okay. See here. Conf t. How many interface you have on router 1? 2 interface, fast 0 by 0 and serial 2 by 0, right? See, interface fast 0 by 0, this is the IP address which I have written here, 100. So this 100 is the default gateway of these PCs, right? Okay, serial 2, 12.1, and this is the subnet mask, right? Okay, no shutdown to enable the interface. Okay, and then see router 2 configuration. So router 2 has how many interface? 3 interface. Serial 2 0, serial 2 1, and fast ethernet 0 by 0. So I have written like this, see 0 by 0 like this, serial 2 by 0, serial 2 by 1, like this, right? PC IP address I have already written here. Only one mistake is there, that it should be in a small, this IP, because okay, yes, here it will be a small IP, not capital IP. Okay. Okay, now we can find some information that okay, what is DTE and DCE, remember? Okay, so this DTE and DCE was used in the old systems, but not in the newer systems. Okay, because this DTE and DCE is used to define the clock rate, means synchronization between one router to another router. But now you have seen that new devices are not coming with the serial. Okay, but if you want to define that okay, this router and these routers are connected via serial, right? So which port is DTE and which port is DC, right? So you can come to router 1. Okay, you can type here so controller serial 2/0, right? So here you can find it, okay, that whether it is DTE or DC. Okay, so now come here to router 2 controller serial 2/0. Okay, so both is showing as a DTE and DC. Okay, because this is emulation, right?
Simulation.
Yes. So but in the old routers, what they used to configure, if this router is maybe is a DC example, this router interface is DC, so they used to configure at that time interface serial 2/0, right? And then IP address is like 12.1.1.1, and then they used to define clock rate, okay, and then question mark. Okay, clock rate. Why clock rate option is not coming? Okay, so you cannot define the clock rate on
For DT
DT, but only you can define the
DC,
clock rate on yes DC. So they are used to define the clock rate, but I can show you. Don't worry. Student have all the information. So suppose I have this router and these routers. They are connected with the. Okay, see here I can define. Okay, but maybe if you have not defined, if you are connecting like this, right? So no problem is no, don't take this cable. So take this both router, on this router, off this, because you do not have serial port. See, so off this router, maybe take this serial port, connected here serial port, on. Now come to this router, off, take serial port, and then on, and then take the cable. So I think no serial will be used, right? See here. So this is clock is there, right? Can you see clock is there? Here no clock. So this is DC and this is DT. Let's start this router.
Because of the way you did the connection.
Yes.
You started from this one to
Yes.
this one.
Yes.
Okay.
Then enable conf t host R1 interface serial. See serial
A10.
0/1/0. Okay, then IP address 12.1.1.1. no shut. Then do right, save it. Come here, CLI enable conf t, okay, host R2, then interface serial 0/1/0. IP address is 12.1.1.2, and then no shut, and then do right. Now let's see that whether they are communicating or not. So come here to this router, ping 12.1.1.2 is pinging, right? Successful. But if you type here show controllers, okay, now serial 0/1/0. Now see, so this is DC is here. It's a DC, right? Okay, and if you come here to this router and type controller serial 0/1/0. Okay, so this is DT, right? Okay, so you see DT clock synchronization has detected here. So but here in old routers, while configuration I can show you conf t interface this, after IP address they used to define clock rate. Okay, like see right now clock rate is 20,000, I think, something. Clock rate is 2 million or something.
Milliseconds or seconds?
No, it's in
Milliseconds.
yes. So here you can say 64,000. If you put here question mark, then they will give you these are the clock rates
that you can put.
Yes. So normally no need to put, because in the old routers we used to put the clock rate. Okay, 64,000. Okay, but nowadays no need to put the clock rate, and clock rate must be same on the both routers. Okay, so if it is here 64,000,
also
so there also it will synchronize automatically and
you can have the same
yes,
close rate. So for the old models you configure the close rate.
Yes.
To be
So
the
only
same.
in DCE point. Okay.
So what
See,
would be the
earlier it has 20,000, but now it has automatically it will synchronize. Okay. So clock rate is they used to synchronize the data from one router to another router. How fast they are synchronizing.
okay, the higher the number, the faster the
Yes. So these things are already predefined and they are not using, but we should know that one. But nobody is using this one. Okay. So controller, so flash you already know, so version you already know. Okay, now show interface. So if I want to know the details of my router, so if I'm coming here, I'm typing here, so interface fast Ethernet 0 by E0 by 0. So here you will get the detail of your interface, that okay, my interface is Ethernet is up, line protocol is up, my MAC address is this, okay, my IP address is this, I can support maximum transfer unit this, bandwidth I can support 10 Mbps because I am fast Ethernet, but if I am fast Ethernet I can
less
use
than that.
yes
100.
yes. Then these are like slowly you will know, okay, all these things, information slowly, okay, that okay, do I have any errors on the interface? No input error, no output errors. If I have any errors I can get it. How many packets has been received, how many packet has been sent, okay, packet output, packet received, like this, okay. So these information you can get it via this. So IP interface brief, you know, right? Even the there are some possible router interface status, right? How we can get the router interface status? So sorry, okay, when you type this command, so IP interface brief exclude unassigned, so your router status, right? So if it is normal, this up, then and your yes, protocol is up, means this is your local status, this is remote status, my neighbor status. Yes, if it is up means communication can occur, no problem now. But if maybe you will find this option like interface E0 by 0 and shut, means you have disabled the interface. And if you type this command, so if it is administratively down, means you have manually
Turn it down.
Yeah, disabled it.
So if there is a problem, then it will say normal time.
Yes. And then if you want to enable, to write no shut, and then if you type check, so it is up, okay. So if it is down, then it is interface is not receiving any physical signal, and could happen due to following reason: cable is unplugged, maybe some wrong cable you have connected, or some wrong configuration you have done. Yes, but if it is administratively down, means if administrator has disabled the interface manually, then you have to go and shut down and no shutdown to enable it, okay. So a startup config, you know this. So running config, you know this. So clock, if you will type so clock, you will get the clock information. So host, okay, so check these all commands. So if you type here so clock, your clock information, so host, okay, means how many host is connected to your system. You know, some router has telnet users, okay, so I am a router and many users has been connected to me, so I can get, okay, how many users are connected to me. So users, remember I told you that, okay, we can have, so user, okay, this option is not supported, okay, so users, okay, so how many users is currently login. You know, I have created admin 1, admin 2, yes, okay. So this is for the telnet users, so this is for the local users, and this is for the time of your router, okay. So ARP, so protocol, so IP protocol, okay, these all is slowly when you will configure protocols, okay. So history, okay, so I can show you here. So if I have time typing here, so history, so whatever command I have written, I will be listed here, okay. Yes, but by default there is a limitation of this show history. So if I want, I can increase the show history, right? Means, you know, log in your phone, okay,
increase the type of
yes,
logs you can.
so how many log it can store. So if you want to increase, so you can write here terminal history size, and you can increase the history size. So history size, if you will run the history size here, right, so it will automatically increase the history size of console, telnet and auxiliary. But if you want to increase one by one, I'll say no, I do not want to increase on all of them, so you go to individual. But if you want to increase for all of them, you just write here, okay, so you write here So you come here, conf t, see terminal, why this option is not coming? Is it part of okay, sorry, privilege mode. I am configuring in configuration mode. Okay, terminal history size, okay, 200. Now it has been increased everywhere. Okay, and now if you'll see here, so run, huh? Now see, see, where is the terminal? Okay,
Here we have little time for prayers.
okay. Now, so now we are almost done. Okay, so we are completed with lesson 2. Okay, Cisco basic routers. Okay, then we have third lessons. Okay, in that we will configure, we'll understand about routing, then slowly routing configuration. Okay.